Yo, what up, guys? Zach here, back with another little bracket challenge. Today we are doing the women's bracket. We did the men's one yesterday, which will be in the description after I get this uploaded for anyone that did not watch it. And let's get started. Can you all hear me good? It sound good? Everything good? We'll just take that as a yes. That sound is good. And one sec. Alright, let's get started. Today we're doing the women's bracket. Can you all see my screen okay? Screen good? Alright, let's begin. UConn versus UTSA. UConn easy. Iowa State versus Syracuse. We'll come back down. Maryland versus Murray State. Give me Maryland. Can you guys see my screen okay? The one that are on YouTube. The only place I'm streaming today. North Carolina versus West Illinois. Just let me know if you guys can see it in the chat, and then I'll fix it. Notre Dame versus Fairfield. Notre Dame. Ohio State versus Howard. Ohio State. Illinois versus Colorado. We're already picking first upset. Colorado versus Illinois. Vanderbilt versus High Point. Yep. LSU versus Jacksonville. LSU. Texas Tech versus Villanova. Give me Texas Tech. Duke versus Charleston. Give me Duke. Baylor versus Nebraska or RICH. Give me Baylor. Minnesota versus Green Bay. Minnesota. Ole Miss versus Gonzaga. Ole Miss. Oklahoma State versus Princeton. And UCLA versus Cal Baptist. Give me UCLA. And then for Oklahoma State and Princeton. Give me Oklahoma State here. And then Iowa State versus Syracuse. Give me Syracuse. UConn round of 32. UConn versus Syracuse. Give me UConn. Maryland versus North Carolina Tar Heels. Give me North Carolina for that. Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Give me Ohio State. Colorado versus Vanderbilt. We'll come back to that one because I like Colorado, of course, because I'm from there, and Vanderbilt and Colorado are both very strong teams. So anything can happen at the end of the day. We'll come back to that. LSU versus Texas Tech. LSU. Baylor versus Duke. Give me the Blue Devils there. Minnesota versus Ole Miss. And UCLA versus Oklahoma State. Give me UCLA. And then Ole Miss versus Minnesota. Give me Ole Miss. And who will Ohio State play? Will it be Colorado or will it be Vanderbilt? Hmm. Call me crazy, but I think the Buffs will pull off an upset over Vanderbilt. Alrighty. Now, we still got this side to do. We got Region 4 and Region 3 still to do, but we'll finish this first. We'll finish Region 1 and 2 first. UConn versus North Carolina. Huskies, Ole Miss. I mean, not Ole Miss. Yeah, Ole Miss against UCLA. We'll do that one because I said Ole Miss already. UCLA. Ohio State versus Colorado. Give me Ohio State here. Duke versus LSU. Give me LSU. UConn versus Ohio State. Give me UConn. And then UCLA versus LSU. Give me UCLA. All right. Region 4. South Carolina or the team to play. This one. Clemson versus USC. Give me. I think the Trojans will take down the Tigers. Michigan State versus Colorado State. Michigan State. Oklahoma versus Idaho. Oklahoma. Washington versus South Dakota State. Washington. TCU versus UC San Diego. TCU. Georgia versus Virginia or Arizona State. Georgia. And then Iowa. Texas versus MOST versus SFA. Sorry about that, guys. Ignore this. Texas, Oregon versus Virginia Tech. Ducks, Kentucky or James Madison, Kentucky. West Virginia versus Miami, Ohio. West Virginia. Alabama versus Rhode Island, Alabama. Louisville versus Vermont, Louisville. NC State versus Tennessee. Give me NC State here. Michigan versus Holy Cross, Michigan. South Carolina versus USC, South Carolina. Michigan State versus Oklahoma. Give me the Sooners here. Washington versus TCU. Give me TCU. Iowa versus Georgia. Give me Iowa. Michigan versus NC State. Michigan. Alabama versus Louisville. Give me the Crimson Tide versus Louisville. I think this would be a good game. Kentucky versus West Virginia, and Texas. Also, we already did all of this, so that's why we're not like going up and down by like. South Carolina versus Oklahoma. Give me South Carolina. TCU versus Iowa. Give me Iowa. Alabama versus Michigan. Give me Michigan. Texas versus West Virginia. Give me Texas. South Carolina versus Iowa. Who advances to the Final Four? Give me the Gamecocks. And Texas versus Michigan. Give me the Longhorns. Alright, Final Four set. Also, this live stream is going way faster only because there's like some of the teams that are like easy like to pick versus mids, it like takes me a little bit to think. UConn versus South Carolina in the Final Four. Who won it last year for women's basketball? UConn won last year. Well, think about this one. UCLA versus the Longhorns. Give me UCLA. And then UConn versus South Carolina. Give me South Carolina. South Carolina versus UCLA. South Carolina versus UCLA. Give me South Carolina here over UCLA. How many total points will be scored in the championship? Let's just say 190. Which is 95 points for each team, basically. So here is my bracket for women's basketball. Points in that championship game, 190. So we will see how this goes. Thank you for everyone that watched. It was not as long as yesterday's. Yesterday's was 40 minutes. Today we are only at 12 minutes and 10 seconds. So thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe out there. And peace. Good luck to everyone that submitted a bracket for women and men. Peace. Hope everyone enjoyed. Stay safe out there. And I will see you guys on a review that I will be doing shortly. Like and subscribe. We'll put the men's bracket video in the description of this one. Talk to you guys soon. Stay safe out there. And let's play some March Madness basketball. Can't wait for men's tournament and women's. Peace. Peace.